Whenever I think of Disintegration by The Cure, I firstly remember the reason that I ended up listening to it in the first place, which isn't anything cool or really like interesting personal anecdote. I was kind of well acquainted with the greatest hits of the band at the time of watching Ant-Man, but I was in the cinema about 3 or 4 years since I'd first listened to The Cure, and Plain Song starts it plays in the background of a fight scene, and I was just sitting there thinking, man, that sounds just so grandiose and beautiful. I need to check out the entire thing, this entire album. So yeah, thanks for that, Marvel. For some reason. Anyway, on to Disintegration, and it's weird to even begin to describe this album because while it's inherently gothic rock, there's something super warm and affectionate about it that makes me gravitate towards it even more. That's not to say there's not some level of like fear or unease at play during this album, and it makes you feel kind of skeptical while listening to it, like you're just constantly like just ready to like have that fight or flight response at any given moment. But most of that comes down to the instrumentations and the pedals used throughout that give each component a volume of like ominous gunk to slaver themselves in. Fascination Street has a real rhythm to it with the sprawling guitars layering it out, but Smith's affection-laden lyrics that he huffs and puffs and blows out make it feel like a Coraline type character. Like it's got like a warm heart, even though it's got this like really cold, often terrifying outer shell going on for it. Picture of You, another really big cut off this. Probably one of my favourite songs by them, definitely one of the most recognisable cuts from the band in general, and like I say, for good reason, thanks to its like fuzzy reverb guitars, setting the stage for Smith to once again spill his heart out in a way that only really he can. His delivery only going to further cement how torn up he is about this old flame. It's easy to assume that this desperate like mindset wasn't difficult for him to slip into, considering the turbulent nature of the recording sessions that took place, which, if I'm remembering correctly, ended up with Lawrence Tolhurst getting fired from the band. So this is kind of like a make or break album from the Sims of it, and thankfully it wasn't the latter. The thing that gets me most about Disintegration is, despite all the hassle behind the scenes, the Cure seem to be formulating their ideas, emotions and all the rest better than they ever had previously. This came out after Head in the Door, which was a much more accessible album. It was a lot more pop friendly, so it seemed like the Cure wanted to kind of show that they weren't like, even if anyone was speculating that they were selling out, even though Head in the Door is one of their best albums, they kind of want to show, you know what, we can go back and we can be more ambitious and we can be just as creepy, we can be just as awe-inspiring. And they absolutely showed that. Like regardless of what fueled them for this album, it's hard to deny that songs like Pray for Rain, Lullaby, the aforementioned Plain Song didn't push them forward as a unit and help them to like leave their mark on music, not only in the 80s but just in a broader sense. And with the power of hindsight, it's even more difficult to dispute the fact that the Cure are one of the most influential, iconic acts of all time. And if I ever had the chance to make a rock album, I would be going in trying to make something even half as moody, captivating, ethereal and great as this. Honestly, one of the best albums of all time. So if you haven't listened to this, you're doing yourself a great disservice. So go out, leave this video right now and listen to it if you haven't already. Even if you have, leave just now, because all I'm going to say is thank you for watching. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for another Christmas cracker. Stay safe and stay hydrated.